I'm back. Okay, first, let me. Alright, fine. I'll introduce the dogs. Okay, so that's Kira. She's a pain in the ass. She's like she's 9 now. I've had her since she was a little puppy. She's an old dog. She's an old dog. Okay, that's Kira. Say hi, Kira. Hi. 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 So you guys be perfect. Alright, go. Alright, now we have a new addition to the family. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is Mary. And Mary is like a little popcorn fart dog. See? Look. Say hi. Look, look, look. Say hi. Look. Over here. She's like, I don't know. I just don't know. What? 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 Mary's like not quite 6 months old. She's a little girl. She's still trying to figure out how to be a dog. She ain't quite got that part yet. Say hi. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. She sits in a chair next to my desk, and she plays with her bone. Are we good? Ugh, don't do that. Okay, ready? Okay, here. Go play with your bone. Okay. Alright, so those are the dogs. Okay, so what was the other reason oh yeah, that's right. So Nigel said something. I love that name, Nigel. Nigel? Anyways, Nigel said something about being able to sit on the bus any kind of way you want. And the truth is that, yeah, that's kind of how it is. Like what I was trying to explain the other day, right? So I walk in somewhere and and then I just get to be, me. And sometimes that means my ass itches and or sometimes, I'm a pretty, stylish kind of guy. Sometimes. I look old with my glasses on, but I can't see without them, and I'm too cheap to go buy regular glasses because I can't figure out how to wear them, so I wear cheaters, which are, on sale right now, 2 for $1 at Walgreens. Anyways, yeah, so I was thinking about that when he said that. And I just think that all those years, and if you're older, you'll understand this. It'll be not quite as big a deal for those of you who transitioned younger. But those of us who spent 40 years in one gender and then switched, it might make a huge difference, because especially those of us in my generation, because we were raised by people who were raised in the 50s and 60s, and so those people were taught that women behaved this way, and they wore this, and they did this, and they did that, and men did this and that. So there were very distinct gender lines back then. And so a residual effect of that was that we, the next generation of children, were semi-raised that way. In other words, there was a part of our parents that went, this is not fair. Women should wear blue jeans and be able to do this and that. My mother was a big believer in that. At the same time, though, my mother really did, in many ways, hold on to this idea that women should be feminine and they should have this and that. And I can't tell you the number of years I went through with my mother about how come I couldn't wear this, and why didn't I wear that, and why didn't I do this, and I can't sit that way and wear that whatever. And I can promise you that at the very ripe age of whatever the hell it was that I got to pick what I wanted to wear instead of my mother, another dress did not set foot on my ass unless it absolutely had to. And it's not that I don't like dresses. I love them on women that look fabulous in dresses. I didn't like them on me because they didn't fit. They were never a part of who I was. So today, when I go to work, when I sit in my chair, when I scratch my, you know, when I, whatever I do to, is what I was trying to explain the other night. And I mean, some of you I think probably understand this, but for the most part, whatever I do now, I don't think about. I don't have to. Like when I was in my other self, I thought about every damn thing I did. How did I sit? Was I sitting straight? Was I crossing my legs? Did I have the right clothes on? Was I doing this or that? All of those behaviors had to be continuously thought about and demonstrated in ways that were frustrating and annoying, and I could never get them right, and nothing ever worked the way it was supposed to. And it was the thing that I used to say all the time about my friends, was that I had friends who could be as tomboyish as whatever. I had friends that were butch lesbians. But at the end of the day, there was some piece of them that still knew what it was and how to be a woman, which is something I never knew how to do. And so this last 5-6 years, well, let's say the last 5 years, because it took like a good year or so for me to get into the point where the outside world had accepted me. So let's say the last 5 years have been the most comfortable years of my life. I get up, I put on the clothes I want to put on. When I was a child, I always wanted to shop in the men's department. My mother was like, no, no, no. When I went to law school, and I knew I was going to graduate and have to wear suits, my mother kept trying to get me these clothes, right? She'd spend all this money on these, and I hated them because I hated the fact that I had no pockets in my pants. I hated the fact there were no pockets in the jackets, so they looked great around your tits, and that was about it, and I couldn't stand any of that shit. Not on me. It wasn't comfortable. Now, I go to work every day. In the wintertime, I wear my suit jackets. In the summer, I'll just wear usually my shirt and tie, but because I'm teaching, right? So this is what I look like most of the time. See, I have on my dress slacks and my shirt and, my jacket. That's what I usually wear, and that's what I teach in. And my kids, none of them, they all accept me as who I am. There's nothing awkward about me because I'm not awkward anymore. And I guess that's really the important part. I'm simply just not awkward anymore. So anyways, that's enough for today. I got a whole weekend, and then I got to go back to work, so I'm going to go play my game. And I will maybe holler at you over the weekend. Who knows? Peace.